Hey guys, in this video I want to talk to you about grinders. Grinders are a very important part of vaporizing. They're a great cannabis gadget in general, great for any use, but it's super important to have a good grinder with your vaporizer. Every vaporizer has a different requirement for the grind, and many different grinders will give you different results. They're not all the same, and buying a cheap grinder may not end as a good investment. In the top left-hand corner here, you see the Compton grinder. This is my newest grinder. I just picked it up a couple of weeks ago, and I'm really enjoying it. It has a loading zone where you can put your herbs so that you're not crowding the center, you're not risking flattening all of the herbs. It has user replaceable screens using a special tool that keeps all of the parts out of the center so they don't get gunked up with pollen and sticky substance. And the Compton Grinders team is working on a lot of accessories for the grinder and a lot of their own products. They're really churning things out. For example, they have a great storage vault that screws directly onto your grinder, so you can grind for a few different occasions, for a few sessions, and lock it into your storage vault. And we'll show that off a little later. In the top right, we have the Space Case grinder. This is the medium 4-piece. The Compton Grinders was a medium 4-piece as well. Space Case is one of the oldest names in grinders. They have extremely sharp diamond teeth. They're thinner than most of the other diamond teeth grinders, which makes them slice really well. And a lot of holes in the bottom of the grinding compartment. The Santa Cruz shredder in the bottom right hand corner is also a medium 4-piece, but as you can see, it's a little different in size from the Space Case and the Compton grinder. It has a smaller diameter, but it's taller. So this is a taller grinder than the Space Case, as you can see here. It's got about that much on it. Overall, I can't say a bad thing about the Santa Cruz shredder. One of my favorite grinders. I love the concave rectangular teeth and the hole pattern design. It's a very high quality grinder that lasts and lasts and lasts. It has great twisting action, great threads. I've heard people complaining about some grinders have too many threads, some grinders have too few. All of these grinders have a different number of threads. Santa Cruz shredder finds a happy medium in all the departments, and it's a top quality grinder. Lastly, and right next to it, is the Cosmic Case grinder. This is the medium 4-piece as well. The Cosmic Case has lightning bolt shaped teeth, which I like. I've spent quite a bit of time with my Cosmic Case grinder. End result, very happy with it. There isn't a reason I would not recommend it. And as the prices for these grinders fluctuate during holidays and sale events, they all come very close to each other in price. Let's look at the different Santa Cruz shredders. I have 3. We have the Santa Cruz shredder medium 4-piece. This is the Santa Cruz shredder jumbo 4-piece. It's taller and significantly wider. And the Santa Cruz shredder jumbo 2-piece. This is black, black and gray, or gunmetal. The 2-piece. 2-piece I don't like to use very much. What would you do? I would have to dump it out onto the table or onto a piece of paper or into a tray. For my use, I like having that third chamber. So I will always recommend getting a 4-piece grinder or getting a grinder with an herb holding chamber. Or of course you can get the Compton grinder in the vault. All sorts of options. You always have options. There's so many options with grinders. This is the MedTainer. The MedTainer is a plastic grinder that also has a storage compartment. Maybe it's a plastic herb storage container that also has a grinder. You decide. This is the storage container in the MedTainer. This is the top half of the grinder teeth. Bottom half. Your herbs go in here. Grind, grind, grind. You would then pour them into the container. And when they lock, the MedTainer is smell proof. When I first saw the MedTainer, it was filled with coffee beans. They were smelly coffee beans. And when the MedTainer was closed, I couldn't smell them. So it works. This is an acrylic grinder. Acrylic is a type of plastic. Specifically, this is the VOLCANO herb mill that comes with the VOLCANO or can be purchased from stores in Bickle. You can purchase acrylic grinders from other vendors. I don't really like to. I've heard a lot of good things about this one, and I'm very fond of it. Why get a cheap plastic smelly grinder when you can get such a fine acrylic grinder for not too expensive? It's so difficult to get a grip on the Magic Flight Nano grinder. It's so, when you have something in there and doing this motion, this is tough. This is not fun with the Magic Flight Nano grinder. Magic Flight finishing grinder. This is more of a grater than a grinder, and we will encounter a few of these. It grates along the bottom using the ridges in the top. Fits perfectly onto a Magic Flight launch box. Great for any vaporizer that requires an ultra fine grind. This is a grinder card. I have a few of these that have come with different vaporizers or as freebies. When I purchased, one was a business card. I've never used the one. I've never really felt the need to. They're great for grating. I really don't see this being a great solution, ever. And I've been in situations where I've had no grinder. And even then, I don't see the grinder card being a great solution, ever. Hey guys, don't forget to connect with me on Twitter and Instagram at VaporReviewBlog. If you have any questions, comments, or requests for future videos, please leave them in the comments below. Subscribe to be notified of the latest videos. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm out of here.